Hi, I'm Gary from Big Spud, and in my series of videos looking at the key recipes of Heston Blumenthal, I'm going to look now at one that he claims is his first recipe. It's very difficult to go into a pub or restaurant now and not see, as the side dish, triple cooked chips. Well, back in 1992, Heston claims to have come up with this recipe. Other people have also laid claim to it, but whatever it is, Heston taught himself, and defining what a perfect chip is for him was absolutely an obsession, as many things are for him. Check my biography on Heston for more details on this. The link will be down below as well. He wanted a crisp, glass-like exterior, a fluffy, tasty middle. He was absolutely passionate about getting that right. This is back when he was teaching himself to cook, and before the fat duck existed. He was trying to come up with the perfect chip. His method is not difficult at all, but it does take a little bit of time. You need to give yourself a couple of hours. Most of that is just leaving them to do their thing. The principle, the key, is getting the water out of the chip. But weirdly, it starts with putting them in water, simmering them gently, frying them once and then frying them again. But the key is letting them rest in between in the fridge or freezer. But have a look. Here's the technique.
Start by getting yourself some floury potatoes. Maris Piper, Yukon Gold, Russet, these types of varieties. I've got a kilo here, that's enough for 2 to 4 people. Peel them and dice into thick chunks. I recommend about 2 centimetres. Any smaller and they'll fall apart in the water and be tricky to work with later on. Drop them into cold water while you prep the rest. This will help rinse off some of the excess starch. Put them in a pan of lightly salted boiling water. You don't want it furiously boiling like you're making pasta. Instead, get the water just simmering, a few bubbles. Set a timer for 20 minutes and then come back to check. They'll be very tender, not quite falling apart, but very delicate. Get a wire rack over a tray and using a slotted spoon or fish slice, transfer the chips to the rack. Take care not to break them up and keep them separate so that steam can escape. Take them to a fridge and leave them to rest for an hour. Alternatively, put them in the freezer for half an hour. On to stage 2. Get some oil on to fry to a temperature of 130 degrees centigrade. Fry for about 8 to 10 minutes until they are gold and have a dry appearance. Back on the rack, back in the fridge for another hour. Now heat your oil to 180 degrees C. Get to frying them again. This can take somewhere between 6 to 10 minutes. When they're done, they'll look like this. Get them draining on some kitchen paper for a minute or 2 and douse liberally with salt. Eat as soon as possible.
So, after all that, boiling, resting, frying, fridging, whatever. What are they actually like? Well, you know, take a look for yourself. They're really crunchy and large and they taste great, of course. Chips always do, but these are really good, really crunchy on the outside, really fluffy in the middle, really tasty. Like I said, not difficult, but takes a bit of time. The key is really boiling them so that it develops cracks and crags all around the outside. And those cracks and crags are where the oil's going to collect and you get crispy bits, crunchy bits. That's what it's all about. With this recipe, give it a like down below. If there's someone else you know who really likes their chips, why not share this recipe with them? If you could subscribe as well, that would really help me out. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.